to the reason and to the clear thing, to the way we go and to the way we still are, and to the still around and to the still my days in every one of us. Simply to the putting in clear some things. You know, this is not happening only in Argentina. It happens to every one of my friends. It happens to AMI. It happens to governments, states. It happens to the whole premeditated ones, but Sodoma Ejército Argentino and Sodoma Prostitution, Cristina Fernández de Kirchner, pedophilic Aníbal Fernández, and pedophilic Ricardo Rongo, head of the whole of the examination pretender of courts, Argentina, telling, I am the one to commence. The right damn disgusting Sodoma prostitutes argument to making whatever that the generation has inside us market for less humanity lives for enough. No Jew and no one of it. The reality of the soul to certainly set clear. Every day I were struggled about my laptop, about my software, whatever the trials, freely. I just downloaded from the networks. There are enterprises like SourceForge, which gives the Audacity software, recording which I've been using myself, my own. And much other software, free trials. If you want some professional, you gotta buy. But gives you free trials on possibility of good software you can use. And in the middle of this all, I've been using Audacity for a long, long time. And everything as I recorded made an MP4 with from web delivered into MP4 or MP3, putting a simple image of mine on others, artists, beloved ones. I just made in my own with Audacity, my voice. The problem where Sodoma needs to taking everything I do to come inside my house and telling like that, they says they proves. Policía Federal Argentina, especially. SIDA, especially. ¿Cómo se llama este degenerado diablo? Guillermo Horacio Brain, especially. And hold them Sodoma with them at command of Ejército Argentino for a lifetime, making this class of a damn scum that they lives off. And Cristina Fernández de Kirchner, Aníbal Fernández, and President Argentine officialism are the head of the whole circus of less humanity market they lives off and for. And keeps on putting peoples on the street saying because of they damaged the government of the Argentina and the debt for the nation. So they are going to get the whole they own, the houses, cars, jobs, whatever the enterprises, the whole belongings, furniture, clothes, and giving to the ones that whore, pretender of president, says to works. And is sickle degenerate like her. Like this class of a B-word. The reality of the soul, I were just working today with your honor. And for the reason of I'm still sighted, limited, isolated, with no possibility to reach out, nothing at all. At all. Ricardo Rongo still makes enterprise upon my life to protecting also the market of prostitutas, Kirchners, oficialismo, poder judicial de la nación, and associated the market. Living off less humanity and making dickus to the population ever reach out and no justice. And the whole class of Land, Sodoma, degenerados, criminales, psicópatas, prostitutas, pedófilos, like him, to have the benefit being a government to command. Like the rest, Poder Judicial de la Nación Argentina makes the most the same. The 95% of them, and a grand family of tenement horse and land that generates cloaca ready for anything, covering the wreck them one each other and the whole it produces, and showing to the world like, government, and we are going to show you this is a miseducated, unrespectable, and always said, associating the whole class of a shit like you, forging and making organization of land Sodoma to make up anything. Keep on doing to this. Keep on making what you were doing it all. Don't you worry. We are going to handle. ¿Sabes, degenerado? Te voy a destrozar y te voy a poner muerto a vos y a toda tu clase por la eternidad. Y lo voy a disfrutar. In the middle of this all, sorry this, which is gonna happen, inshallah. I were simply, because of your Honor Edmund Che, were with some situations. I needed to do something, so I had to do something with. And I were downloading free software. And one of the free software were that I just downloaded, again, Audacity for yesterday or the day before for a couple of problems or something. I just switched. And the registers of what I got complete were and kept in Audacity Legal's SourceForge, which went to the ICC in New York and to the International Criminal Court, United Nations, US government, Israel government, Europe Union, and European states governments. And, well, this is the thing with the justice bodies and with the whole this that generates skips on the layering. So, at the middle of the situation just happened what came. Just where what it is. I just downloaded others. And whenever I started to try to recording, trying to take the time my mother were not here for not having domestic problems, which also uses for. In the middle of this all, started to damaging like the rest all and trying to forbid whatever I to put publishing in my accounts telling that I robbed and Ricardo Rongo and degenerados creídos de jueces, instrucción argentina y toda degenerada sodomita creído de juez federal argentino y pedófilos y come perro telling, don't you see he stole it? Don't you see he's stolen that? But you don't understand. We came on starting this one. This is a psychopath. He doesn't ghost like the recurrent people over downloading for whatever people do. He goes to the armed men of the forces and takes to them away and robs them because of it's a psychopath. Of course, don't you see it? And forensics that generates the same enterprise. Corporation of pedophilics, junkies, narcos, prostituers, corruptors, healers, suppressors, less humanity makers, and living off, like government of the city of Buenos Aires, telling, of course, we know when we were making the tap, don't you see it? Our specialized expertises. Should I say the word? Kotoshua Takotia. Gevedekatra Kelechatakotuskuta. Cloecha Sodomecha. Protocha. And you evangelics, United Evangelics whores, you have to laugh much more about my terms. Protogeto. If you will ever be with Adonai, you will hear these terms and you will fear and hide in a very grave and never come out anymore.